Hey guys, so this is me trying to create content. I was on my way to go make my hair, so the plan was to do it before meets after. But guys, I almost died. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Glad to have you guys if this is your first time. So my name is Shalomtutu. I'm a medical doctor and content creator based in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. And welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you. We do all things face, lifestyle, skincare, and a bit of medicine here and there. So welcome to my channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's get into the video. Like you saw in the previous clip, I wanted to do the transition video from before meets after, or made hair to transition to when my hair is already made. But guys, there's no end. The end is me now. Couldn't finish up that video because the turn of events just overtook any idea of let me finish this transition because I was fighting for my life. I went to make my hair midway into the hair. Okay, before even going to make my hair, my tummy was already acting funny. Like I felt the urge to use the restroom, but it didn't come strong. It's just all those, those rumbly feelings you have in your tummy. Like you can feel like it's coming, but it hasn't come yet. So that was just a feeling I had, and it wasn't anything strong. So I just felt like, okay, I can stay through making my hair. Maybe when I come back, I'll be able to relieve myself. Or midway into my hair, my tummy will rumble a bit, it will calm down, it will rumble a bit, it will calm down until it rumbled one time. I was like, I need to go to the restroom. So I just excused myself and told the lady I was going to be back. Luckily for me, the place isn't too far from my house. So I just excused myself and said, let me go ease myself, I'll be back. That time between leaving that shop to coming to my house, I almost died. And I'm not even exaggerating. I became so lightheaded. I was sweating profusely. Like it felt like all my sweat pores had opened. I was sweating profusely. But I felt weak. I got tired. My vision started blacking out. Like I'll have few seconds of blacked out vision. I'll come back. I felt like I was going to fall at some point. In fact, at some point, I was like, before I just collapsed, let me squat. Because the sun was very hot and the ground was very hot. That's why I did not lie down on the floor. If not, I was ready to lie down on the floor. I just said, let me squat. I squatted a bit. I felt a bit relieved. But it wasn't anything long lasting. I stood up. I just struggled, got to my house and finally eased myself. We did the number 2. And then I now got to myself. Now, this is not the first time this is happening in my life. In fact, now that I sit down, this is like the 3rd time it's happening. The first time, I was so lightheaded that I hit my head on the wall. I couldn't see where I was going to, and I hit my head on the wall, and I feel like I had a very huge dark spot, and it took a couple of weeks for it to clear. There's such a thing as defecation syncope. Hold up. Meanwhile, I don't think I've officially said I'm a medical doctor on this channel. I believe my parasympathetic system went on overdrive. Basically, in your body, you have the autonomic system, and your autonomic system is what is responsible for controlling different actions that you don't have to think about, or you have no influence over. Things like digesting your food, things like your heart beating. You're not the one controlling it. It's the work of your autonomic system. You basically control involuntary actions, things that you have no power over, unlike walking, moving, that's using your skeletal muscles. Those are things you control, but your autonomic system is mainly in charge of involuntary actions, and it's divided into your sympathetic nervous system and your parasympathetic. The sympathetic system is in charge of your fight or flight. When a thief comes here and all of a sudden you don't know where the mind comes to you, you're able to scale over a fence. That's your sympathetic system in action. It's in charge of your fight or flight, while your parasympathetic system is your rest and digest. That's what it's in charge of. It controls your heart and your blood vessels. So when you're triggered by certain things, like maybe at the sight of blood, stress, emotional stress, heat, standing for too long, those type of triggers can set off your parasympathetic system, and then your vagus nerve, which is a nerve connected to your parasympathetic nerve, now becomes stimulated. And what it does is that it reduces your heart rate, and then makes all your, the blood vessels in your lower limbs dilate. So all the blood from your upper body is like going down to your lower limbs because your blood vessels are dilated. So not enough blood is getting to your brain
all the bloods are getting to your lower limbs, and that's why you start feeling lightheaded, you start feeling dizzy, start feeling like you want to faint. That's where those symptoms come from, because not enough blood is getting to your brain. So basically, that is the explanation for what happened to me. Trigger for me was my bowel movement, holding myself for that long. That was trigger for me. There's such a thing like defecation syncope, where a person can pass out in the middle of urinating or the middle of defecation, or few seconds or few minutes after defecation, because your parasympathetic system is kicking in, and this can be as a result of tensing your abdominal muscles, trying to relieve yourself. All those things kind of draw the blood to your abdomen and to your lower limbs, and it reduces your heart rate. And once that happens, you start feeling very lightheaded, you pass out, then you recover. It can be an indication to a heart problem. It can be, but it doesn't signify anything serious. Like in my case, well, I didn't actually faint. I just felt very, very, very lightheaded. And once I relieved myself, I felt very okay. A way to control such scenarios when it plays out is you want to prevent standing for too long. When you start feeling busy, you can squat, you can put your head in between your legs, just so you can help increase your venous return, so push back the blood from your lower limbs to your heart and to your head. Also, your brain gets enough blood and you don't feel lightheaded. Guys, have you ever experienced something such as this? Am I the only person? Please share your experience in the comment section. I want to know. And I hope you've learned one or two from this, or this has somehow provided an explanation to your experiences. So thank you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to subscribe. Expect more and more videos coming your way. Till next time, guys.